All right, looks like we're live. What's going on? Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. Just getting over some hiccups, literal hiccups. So I have some peanut butter that I just ate, and things are just a little sticky. I have a glass of water out of the TripAdvice glass, which, no, they're not for sale. But a buddy of mine, for my birthday last week, got a couple glasses with TripAdvice on it. You can maybe see it. Pretty cool. All right, so happy to be here live. And for those of you not live, hello. We're going to be talking about a few cool things today. As you can tell, we're going to be talking about what to do if a girl loses interest. And we're going to be taking calls. That's right, taking calls. Not any kind of call, but Zoom calls like we did last week. So if you guys want to hop in the waiting area, you can do that now. The Zoom link is in the description down below. Yes, everyone say hello. What's going on? Adam, what's up? William, Carlos, Danny, how you doing? So yeah, just so you know, you can go into the waiting room right now for the Zoom. For the Zoom calls. So if you guys want to come on and hop on a video chat with me and get your questions answered, we could do that. So go press that link now, get in the waiting room, and we'll have you come in. But how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing their part. Everyone feels good. As always, excited to be here. Thanks, Percy. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're going to talk about some things, and then I want to do some calls. I want to get kind of right into it. So I'll give you a little bit of our topic today, and then we'll dive right into some Zoom calls. So again, if you want to join for Zoom, the link is in the description. Let's just see if it's still there. Yes, it says video chat with me. You can join that Zoom link, and you'll be put in a waiting room, and then we'll get you on. Sound good? What's up, Storm? What's up, Danny? Robinson, what's going on? Brain Red Sox 5. Awesome. Good to have you here. Hello to some of the people who don't join us usually on the lives, but we do these every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. So it's good to have everyone, and happy to be here. So yeah. So go ahead, queue up for Zoom. If you don't have Zoom, you can download it on your phone. It's free. It's very easy. They make it very easy for you to download. What's funny is that everyone's using Zoom right now, but the reason why I'm doing it is because that's really the only best way to perform this. So cool. We see some people who are already going into the waiting room. So cool. All right. It has to be Zoom. We're just doing Zoom today. I'm really into these video calls lately. So 2 a.m. Where are you at? 2 a.m. You must be in Europe. Yeah, you're in Europe or Africa. Africa or Europe. Yep. Cool. All right, so let's talk about what to do if a girl loses interest. Well, there's a few things. There's a few things we need to get into. What to do if a girl loses interest. Here's the deal. If a girl loses interest, the first thing you need to do is you need to ask yourself why you are pining after this one specific girl. That is one of the most important things you need to do. That is step one, okay? Step one, meaning she's lost interest in you. So there's multiple levels of this, right? She could be your girlfriend. She lost interest. A girl that you're just dating, she lost interest. A girl that you are usually a friend zone situation, we'll just say, where you think that she lost interest, maybe something was there. So that's the whole thing. So what do? You got to ask yourself, first of all, what is it about her that you are pining after? Why are you so obsessed with this one girl? That's what you have to ask her. That's the first thing you got to do. And then go deeper and go, why is it that I'm allowing this one girl to completely have control over my self-worth and self-esteem? Because that's what happens. when you get broken up with, when the girl stops liking you, you feel like crap. And one of the biggest reasons you do is because you start to feel crappy about yourself. Okay? So crappy about yourself. So that means that someone doesn't like you, and you're using this, in a way, you're using this as proof that you're not good enough. That's what's happening on the very deep level. You're using it as proof. I keep on saying it like this, that you are not good enough as a person. So you're completely shot. Of course, you also miss her and you want her and you enjoyed your time with her or the sex with her or whatever it may be, right? You had that, but mainly you're feeling rejected. So you got to ask yourself what's going on deep down inside. And now, of course, you're still human, right? You can have the highest self-esteem and everything could be going, so well inside of your brain and you're totally healthy. But of course, it still hurts when someone rejects you or loses interest, right? Like you can't get away from that. There's nothing you can do there. However, still, if you do respect yourself enough and a girl loses interest, it's going to be so much easier on you in the long run. In the very, 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 very short run, it's going to be really tough because I think it's inevitable. It's how it is for everyone. You lose someone you really like, it sucks. So, just looking at the chat here. Cool. Hello, people. Hello, everyone. So, what do you do if a girl loses interest? A lot of guys are trying to get their ex back. I don't believe in that. I really don't. A lot of guys are trying to re-attract or reignite something when it's lost. So what do? I don't want you to do absolutely anything. If a girl doesn't like you and doesn't want to be with you and isn't respecting you and or maybe you did something wrong, maybe you screwed something up. If that is the case, my friend, I want you to move on faster than she will. Okay? What if everything was going great till the quarantine and now it's all messed up, someone said? Well, then it wasn't meant to be. The connection wasn't strong enough. Okay, the connection wasn't strong enough for it to last through that. So I don't want you to go after her. I don't want you to chase her. And of course, it's easy to say, right? I can spit all this all day long because I'm not emotionally attached to the girl that lost interest in you. So I can say, yeah, move on, right? Easier said than done. But you still have to remind yourself of who you are and what your worth is. And I don't care who she is. I really don't. Back to my original thing. I don't care who she is. No girl is worth trying to go back after once she loses interest in you. I don't care who it is. Someone said that describes their life right now. Everything was going great. She was pursuing, then this messes up our flow. Yeah, I mean, listen, of course, it did. That's what happens. But if you're in a situation right now where the girl lost interest because of what's happening in the world, I mean, you should be able to do some phone calls. You should be able to do some video chats. I mean, yeah, it's tough, but it should have hopefully been strong enough. What I'm saying is, if because of what's happening in the world right now, she lost interest and it died, it's not because of what's happening in the world. It's because something was already weak to begin with. There wasn't a strong foundation, okay? So, interesting comments today. Does that make sense? So what do you do if a girl loses interest? You lose interest. I want you to move on faster than she will. Most cases, she's already lost. If she's breaking up with you or saying goodbye. I mean, at that point, she's been far gone for a while, but you can even go faster. If you don't want her to lose interest during this quarantine, what you can do is maintain it with video chats and calls and very, very minor texting. I don't want you to be texting all day. If you just became needy, you cannot. I mean, it's very difficult to reattract. You need to work on your neediness and then work on attracting somebody else and moving on to somebody else. That's the way you're going to do this. Okay? That's the way you're going to do this. It's pretty black and white. Like there's not much more to say here. There's not much more to say. If a girl lost interest, you need to figure out what was it that messed it up. Was it you? Was it her? Was it a combination? It's probably a combination, right? What was it? What can you learn from it? How can you move on as fast as possible? You know, the no contact rule is pretty good. Or, you know, not looking at her social media, disconnecting from her via social media. So it's imperative that you understand that the faster that you move on and the faster you no contact, disconnect from her, the faster you can take the lessons learned and then go for someone else where it will work out. That's it. That's it. So I ask you and I challenge you to be able to do that. You can't convince somebody to like you. Attraction is not a choice. It's an emotional reaction. We don't have choice over our emotional reactions. You can control them once they happen or can control what to do with them, but we don't choose whether or not to be sad, angry, anxious, depressed, happy. We don't choose those things. We can choose the activities we do to maneuver around that and try to remain, let's say, less anxious, right? You do have control over the actions you can take, but the emotions will just come and go. They'll just come and go. Okay? So if you want me, there's so many questions. If you want me to answer your question today, you have two ways of getting your questions answered. I'll try to look in the chat as much as I can to answer them, but a super chat will get you farther up, and I will 100% answer your question if it's a super chat, and also a Zoom call. The link to join us in Zoom, I have 2 people in the waiting room, is in the description down below. So just hit that, join me on Zoom, and we'll do it. Cool. There you go. Let's do this, guys. Let's do some Zoom calls. I'm clicking on someone right now. Okay. Can you unmute? Let's get this going. You seem to be muted. I'm unmuting you. And it's not working. We'll get someone else in here. We're going to get on with Andrian. God, Zoom takes so long. Let's go. Andrian, you're on, but you're not starting your video. So again, super chats will get you for me to answer your question. Andrian, I guess you're not understanding how to use this either. So guys, you gotta unmute yourself and put your video on for this to work. Let's try this one. start of the Zoom thing unsyncs your voice from the YouTube video feed. Hey, it is what it is. Doesn't seem to be working with some of these guys who are joining. I don't know if you have. Okay, we'll try this one. Adam. Let's try you. Okay. This worked fine last week. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Adam, you there? You got to put on your video for this to work, my friend. But you're not doing it. Adam, you there?
Yes, I'm there. Yes.
Okay. Can you put your video on, please?
I don't prefer that.
Oh, well, that's what we're doing, my friend. We're doing video chats, but I'll allow this one. So.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, hold on, my friend. Hold on. We got to put you on here. Okay, you left. Okay, so it works. It just is going a little slow. In the meantime, Adam, you said, Tripp, moving on is finding a dirty penny on the sidewalk. It's best not to pick it up, move on, and keep on walking. Well, if you, yeah, I guess. If you know what you're getting yourself into. Delivio. Can you hear me, Delivio?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yes, I can. Put your video on so we can see you.
My camera isn't working right now, so.
You're a liar.
For real, I can't fix it.
What'd you say?
I can't seem to fix it. I don't know what's the problem.
Okay. Hold on one sec, buddy. Thanks, everyone, for bearing with me while I get all this worked out, which was supposed to be worked out before. Okay, what's your question, my man?
Again?
Yes, what is your question?
Really, I was just here to just listening. It's been a while.
And what's your question?
I was saying that I was just here to listen in on the advice given because it's been a while.
Gotcha. Do you have anything to say?
Again?
Do you have anything to say? You called in.
Really.
So you called in to do what? To say nothing?
Really, as I said, I was just here to listening. You
Cool.
can never too much.
Well, you can listen in by watching the YouTube feed, my man.
Great.
Thanks for calling, buddy. Okay. Let's keep rocking out. If you want to join, you can hit the Zoom link in the description. Otherwise, yeah, anyone can get on the call. All you got to do is click the Zoom link in the description. But guys, we're doing FaceTime calls here, so we can see you, so we can connect. So if your camera doesn't work, don't call in, and if your mic doesn't work, obviously don't call in. Okay, we got someone else who's going to join us. Oh, they just left. Does what I said to you today resonate with you? What do you guys have in terms of your comments here in terms of how this all went down? Joe, you with us? Joe, you're shirtless. I can't hear you, buddy. Joe, can't hear you. Fix your mic. You have a serious setup there. Can't hear you. Francisco, yeah, I don't know what happened there, Francisco. And Joe, fix your mic. Jason, can you hear me?
Hey, Tripp, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on while we put you in.
For sure.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, you're with us. How you doing, man? Where are you calling from? Your name is Jason. What's your age?
Yeah, I'm 30 years old. I'm calling from San Francisco, and I called in one time before, but yeah, I'm just looking for a little perspective with setting up virtual dates.
Yeah,
I
totally.
really like your streak of shows that sort of highlighted on some of the skills you need with dating apps and then, meeting somebody on FaceTime. And yeah, I can just start from a day ago. Like, I got some girl's number. I moved it from Bumble to text. And I've been on one virtual date so far, and it went really well. It was 2.5 hours long. I really connected with her, and then I was, subsequently ghosted. And one thing with her, we texted for like a week leading up to it. And I'm sort of wondering, with this current situation going on, just like 1 or 2 text messages in total so far, do you quickly ramp it up to like a virtual date? I know there's low expectations, low cost with all this, but I'm just wondering to maybe what you might think with this current situation.
So where is it at right now at this point?
Right now at this point, she texted saying, "Hey, here's my number," and I was like, "How's your Wednesday?" And then,
how did you meet her?
Yeah, on the Bumble app.
Okay.
It was just like, where do you work? How do you like living in San Francisco? Just only at that stage thus far.
Got it. Okay, so you haven't set up any sort of virtual date or phone date, nothing like that.
No. And I'm wondering, do I kind of like have my feelers out there for a bit, or do I just be like, I got this cool idea, would you like to try a virtual date?
Don't
warm-ups.
Yeah, so great question. Don't say it like that. It sounds very it makes it sound kind of strange. Just make it like it's a thing, like it's already a thing, okay? So what you're going to be saying is say, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we chat on the phone? When are you free next? Just like that.
Okay.
She's going to respond in a couple ways. One, she won't say anything, so she'll just ghost you completely, right? Then you mentioned something about ghosting earlier. Has she ghosted you, or you guys are still chatting?
My first virtual date, I was ghosted.
Okay.
So this is trial 2 with a different person.
Okay, got it. Trial 2. So just say it like that. She'll either not respond, or she'll say, maybe it's probably very rare, but she might say, like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for that yet. And then at that point, you just got to text a little bit more if you really care that much about her, or you can just move on yourself. Or she'll say, like, yes, let's do it. So this is the same concept as setting up a date normally. You're just going to say, hey, why don't we chat on the phone? Don't call it a date. You don't have to call it a virtual date. It's clear you guys are just getting to know each other. So you're just going to say, hey, why don't we chat on the phone? When are you free next? That's it. You should send it right now, by the way.
Yeah, I'm writing this down first. And when you say on the phone, you mean like it's going to be a phone call, not like, hey, I FaceTime. Like,
Yeah, I
you
mean,
pick.
listen, you can do whatever you want, really. It doesn't matter that much, but I would say that you can start off as a phone call because I feel like you might potentially scare a girl away to just like hop on from we're texting to now we're like FaceTiming. So I kind of like to ease my way into it. So I think it's better to just get on the phone with them first. And then if it goes well, after that, you can do a video chat. Or maybe halfway through the conversation, you go, you know what? This is fun. Why don't we move it to a video chat and then FaceTime her or, whatever. If she has an Android, if it's WhatsApp or Skype or something like that, So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good idea and different than the first option I had. And I'm just sort of experimenting with how to handle these virtual dates because who knows how long, we're going to be part of this. So it's kind of just like trial by error.
Yeah, no, totally. And just make sure that, like you don't have to be so dressed up, but put on something where, imagine you're leaving the house to go hang out with, no, let's imagine you have to go to like a family event. Okay. That's what I want you to wear, whatever that outfit is. I'm saying that because I'm not saying date is because it's going to be weird if you're kind of dressed up in your home, but something where it's like, you don't look super dressed up. You don't look like a schlub either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How about the grooming side of things with virtual dates? Because I mean, at some point my beard was kind of like yours, but I've been working from home for a month and all.
I would say try to look your best. Like always,
Okay, sure.
no excuse. So if I were you, I'd trim it down to like this level. It looks like you can grow a decent beard. So you trim it down to this level or just take it off altogether. But I think that looks the best in my opinion. But
that works. This is perfect. And yeah, I'll continue.
And contacts if you have them. If not, it's fine.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Cool, man. Does that help?
Cool. Yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah, you just told me to say like, hey, why don't we chat on the phone? When are you free next or something like that?
Yeah. And send it now. Just do it now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Thanks
Cool.
so much. I'll let you get on with the rest of the Zoom calls, but appreciate that.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for calling.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye. Okay. Who wants in? Dare you come into the Zoom call? Lee, one of my clients, he said I had 4 Zoom/virtual dates this week. It has a way better effect on behavior than phone calls, text, social media discussion at this point. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, guys, I agree. FaceTime, Facebook video chat, it's way more personal than phone or text. I just don't think it hurts to start off as a phone call. But, All right, let's get someone else in. People who are in the waiting room, just hold still, but you can come in the waiting room too. Hey, Zach. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Because I can't hear you. Can you hear me? No, you cannot. Carlos, we'll get to you, buddy. Zach, I can't hear you. Go to your preferences, zoom.us preferences, audio. You got it. You guys are smart. It says you did not connect to your audio. You can do this, Zach. I believe in you. Carlos, we'll get to you, buddy. Alex, you said if a girl wants to end things since she's moving to another state, she told me she'd try to stop feeling what she felt for me. I told her I didn't want to be friends. Was it the right choice? Absolutely, yeah. Do not be friends. Okay, I can hear you, Zach.
Oh, okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on a sec while I get you all pulled up here.
Cool.
Okay. Hold on, here we go. We're just fixing some things, making this nice and big. All right. In the meantime, tell us where you're calling from and how old you are.
Let's see. So I'm actually turning 24 this Thursday.
Nice. Happy birthday. Almost.
Right. Almost right. I am actually calling from southern Utah.
Southern Utah. What's in southern Moab?
So yeah, actually on the other side near St. George.
Cool.
Very
Nice.
So
Cool,
yep,
man.
love the summer and the sunshine down here.
Awesome. What's your question? How can I help you?
So I've actually been on a couple. I haven't been on that many virtual dates yet,
Okay.
but I just wanted to maybe get your thoughts on something. I've been an avid listener for about 2 years now.
Cool. Just the YouTube channel or the podcast as well?
Both, yeah.
Cool. Good.
So something that's been really working for me on a first line basis is just saying in on all these dating apps is actually just saying, you know what? It's kind of hard to date while doing this whole social distancing thing. Have you ever been on a virtual date? And just like being very clear. I especially liked your podcast talking about when texting a girl and be very blunt that this is a date. I'm not looking for friends. I'm here to date you.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would say though, how you meet? I'm sure you're meeting these girls online right now.
Yes.
So you don't need to say the word date because clearly it's a date because you guys met off of a dating app. Only use that in very specific circumstances when you're just like not sure if they know what's going on. But in this case, I would say it might be overkill. So I would drop it from the lingo since it's clear what's going on because of the context in which you met her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say instead?
So I would say, I don't know if you listened earlier, but I would say, very simply. So basically how it will work will be this. You'll be texting with the girl on the app or the site, messaging with her. And then from there, what you're going to say to her is you're going to get her phone number from there. You can say, hey, you can say on the app, like, hey, we should chat sometime, or, we should text. What's your number? Hey, let's text. What's your number? Hey, let's chat sometime soon. What's your number? And then you go, here's mine. So you give her your number as a way to kind of make her feel comfortable, even though it's not about waiting for her to do anything with it, because you're going to be asking her first, hey, what's yours? By the way, here's mine. So one of two things will happen. One, she'll just end up texting you, or she'll give you her number, or both. Either way, make sure when you get her number, text her and say, hey, what's up? It's Zach from Tinder. And then maybe mention something you guys were talking about. And then within a couple text messages on your phone, you're going to set up the date from there. And you'll just say, hey, why don't we chat sometime soon? When are you free?
Yeah. Now on the dating app, or not dating apps, doing a virtual date, I'm wanting to try out, what is it called? House Party. Like, that's a good free app. It's got like heads up. It's kind of got some apples to apples games.
So
But what do you?
great idea. So House Party is, if you guys don't know, House Party is like a really fast way to do video chat with your friends. So you just hop on the app and then boom, all these people can join. So just FYI. I wouldn't house party with her right away because it's not very personal. So first, go. So it's basically, here's the escalation process. Okay.
Here, let me close the window.
Okay. By the way, real quick, Jason, you said in the chat, I like that. Hey, it's easier to text off the app. Here's my number. What's yours? You can say like, here's my number. What's yours? Okay. So Zach, escalation process. I'd go phone call, then video chat. And then on like the second or third video chat, if you guys are keeping in touch, go on House Party to play a game.
All right.
It's like you don't really need a game to break the ice and have fun because there's already so much to talk about. There's already so much that you can be talking about when you're first connecting with somebody. It's like you don't need that. It's not like, well, we're bored. What can we do? We can play a game. You're not going to be bored. There's so much to discuss and to connect with. So I won't even bother doing those games in a house party till you've already known them for a while. Okay.
Okay. How long would you think to like limit the date down to like time frame? I mean, like I've been on one like phone call date, and it didn't really seem like I don't know. It seemed kind of like we were both running out of things to say and talk about.
I think that's just a sign that it's probably not a good match.
Okay.
That's what I would say, unless you're just sitting there I mean, you should always have something to say and keep the conversation going. But if the girl that you're talking to is barely adding to conversation and you're bored, I would just move on. Sounds like it's not a good fit,
True. Okay. Well,
Cool.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, Zach. Thanks a bunch.
All right. We'll see you.
All right, bye-bye. I almost called him Jason. Okay. Carlos, I don't know where you are, man. I was about to put you in, buddy. Okay. Is this working? What's up, Henry? Can you hear me? So make sure you click in the left-hand corner. There's a button that says mute. So Henry, gosh, everyone has this problem. I think this is like across the board. Yeah, Henry, I can't hear you. Cannot hear you. So you have to go to zoom.us and go to preferences and unmute yourself, or unmute yourself at the bottom. You'll figure it out. We'll wait for you. Can't hear you. Okay, you got to figure that out. We got to put you back in the waiting room. Promised a few other people. Carlos, you left again. I was about to put you in, man. The pickup truly happens here. What do you mean by that? Okay. Joe, you got to put a shirt on, man. Carlos, I keep on trying to get you in. Oh, I see. There's all these people. Interesting. Okay. Lee, I love it. Carlos, what's up, man? Can't hear you, though. Because now, there we go. Hey, man.
Hi.
Hey, hold on one sec. We'll get you on. Cool, man. What's your age and where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm 17. I'm from Peru, so I don't know if my English will be enough good to talk.
Carlos, I hate to do this to you, man, but I can only really help guys who are 18 or older. We can't do it.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Your birthday's tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Carlos, write your question in the chat and we'll help you there, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, Joe, are you there? Joe, you don't look like you're 18 or over. Okay, work your stuff there. Oh, I can hear you. What's up, man? How old are you? You're from Switzerland. How old are you?
18.
You have a crazy setup there.
Cheers, mate.
Why do you have a crazy setup? Are you a gamer or what?
Something like that. You know the strat, mate.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Shady. What's your question?
All right. So picture the scene. I've set up a date with someone.
Okay.
Right. After quarantine, of course. Right. Stay home, everyone. But she may have a boyfriend. All right.
Okay.
But mate, it's fresh, and she definitely likes me. Like I'm sure.
First of all,
So
okay, no,
yeah, okay.
Continue.
Yeah. So
What do you mean
basically,
she may have a boyfriend? How do what makes you think that?
Okay, so this is what she told me. We're dating, but like kinda.
We're dating, but kinda.
Mhm.
How did you meet her?
School.
From school. And she
Mhm.
who's the guy?
Oh, nice one, mate.
No, seriously, who's the guy?
What?
The guy that she's kinda dating.
Oh, I thought you were saying who. Okay. Yeah, it's someone else from school.
Someone else from school. Okay, got it.
So my point is, right?
So what's your question?
Yeah. So when we're on this like friend date or whatever it is, right? What's the frame? Do I play it as if she's single and like, one, do I play it as if she's single or not? And then two, do I also say like let her know that I like her or not? Because it's kind of, you know what I mean?
So so you're in the friend zone right now. She doesn't even know that you like her.
Well, no, I've shown interest for sure. I've shown interest and stuff.
You're not 18. You're in high school. Come on.
Do you want to see my ID?
No.
That's such a diss, man.
Okay. So she doesn't know that you're interested in her.
Not officially.
This is
I
your
haven't
problem.
told
This is your problem, man. So you basically what you have to do is I would just assume that she doesn't have a boyfriend. She's kind of dating someone. I mean,
like this guy, they've been like best friends for like years.
so
You know what
he's
I
in
mean?
the friend zone.
Yeah, but they've started kind of dating within the last month. Like,
Okay, so it's not a boyfriend. So never ever talk about him again to her.
Yeah.
Don't even worry
course,
about
mate.
him. Go for a date post quarantine and kiss her on that date.
what? Just go in for it.
Just go in for it. Just as
What
you
if-
guys
what-
are hanging out, but ask her on a date. Say, hey, let's. Well, you can't grab a drink. Say, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's go for a hike.
No, I can.
Whatever.
The drinking age in Switzerland, 16.
Oh yeah, I forgot. At 16.
Yeah.
Oh, how dangerous is that? Okay, so yeah, I would just do that. I mean, poor guy
My
doesn't know.
thing is-
Poor guy doesn't know you're moving in. But listen, if they're not,
Come on, mate.
if they're not committed, then just
Mate, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, I agree. You snooze, you
But-
lose.
Okay, but what if the vibe's not right? You know what I mean?
What do you
I've-
mean?
Like, what if the vibe's not right? I can't just walk up to her and give her a little kiss on the lips. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you don't do it the second you see her. You gotta go on the date, talk to her, hang out.
So
Middle of the
Say-
date, middle of the date, you say, "Hey, come here," and you go for the kiss.
okay, but say we like go to the lake, so we don't go get drinks. We go like
Perfect.
to the lake.
That's
have
even
a little
better.
picnic.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. Just go in for it. Yeah.
Just go in for it.
All right, I'll let you know how it
But
goes.
let her
mate.
know. But let her know that it's like set up the context that it's a date.
Right. How do I do that? Because I can't just say, "Do you want to go on a date?"
Say, I'm taking you out. You're coming with me. We're gonna go do something fun.
All right.
That's enough. That's enough that you can say, and then you can go in for the kiss.
All right, sound.
Sound good?
Thank you, mate.
You're
Do you have
welcome.
Twitter? I'll DM you how it goes.
Instagram, Trip Advice.
Instagram. Sound. All right. Cheers, mate.
Good luck.
In a bit.
Cool. A lot of you guys in the chat are like, "Don't do it." Nah, he can do it. It's fine. She's sort of dating someone. That's not a boyfriend. That's not a boyfriend. That's all I'm saying. Let's get Henry up in here. See if this works again. Henry, you're in, but your audio is still not working. Can't hear you, buddy. You haven't figured it out. All right, let's get Diraj in here. Diraj is connecting to audio. Let's see if this works. Man, this went by fast. If you guys want questions in the chat, you want me to answer them, do a super chat and we'll hook you up. Diraj, you got to connect to audio. Double click the mic icon, says William. Or just hit it once. I feel so bad. So close yet so far. Yash, we're going to put you in. Yeah, guys, there should be a button on the lower left. If you want to come in the waiting room, come on in. Yash. Connecting to audio. Standing by. See, the thing is some of these people can't connect to the audio for some reason. Yeah, didn't work. I don't know. Yash, can you hear me? I can't hear you. If you guys have any questions in the chat, hit me up while we're waiting for technology to work. Or I should probably say people to work. I bet you the technology is just fine. Yash, you're connected. There you are. Say something. Oh God, you're breaking up a little bit. Keep talking.
Hello.
What's your question, buddy? What is your question? Taking too long, Yash.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. Oh, we almost ended the call. What's your question, buddy? How old are you? Where are you calling from? Where are you?
I'm from India. I'm calling from India.
Okay, I see you said India, but I don't know if we're going to be able to hear you well. So what's your question? Yeah, it's a super lag. I'm sorry, man. We got to cut you off.
My question is,
Sorry, man. Okay. We'll try Diraj again. If anyone else wants to try, come on in. Diraj, I can see you, but I cannot hear you. I apologize, guys, that this takes so long. But I can answer some questions. What if you are friends with a girl a long time, like 3 years? Do I have a chance to be with her in the future? Probably not, AB Geek. Probably not. Sorry to say. Diraj is connecting to audio. Yeah, Diraj, it's not working, buddy. I can also get 2 or 3 of you guys in here. So the first person who can make their audio work will get on.
Hello?
Oh, look at that. So, Henry, what did you have to do?
I just have to go in the bottom left and just say adjust audio to the computer audio.
Okay, bottom left. So that's what I got to tell everybody. Okay, cool. Sorry, Diraj. We're gonna put you in there. And Henry, you're up. What's your age and where are you calling from?
Well, I'm 27 years old and I'm from Queens, New York.
Queens, New York. Either you're high as hell right now or just happy to see me.
Well, both actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been following your channel for about like years. Like ever since like you posted your very first video and like
My very first video on YouTube.
yeah,
That's in 2012, my friend.
exactly, yeah.
You're connected. There you are.
And even when you were posting videos of yourself like traveling around the world.
Say something. Yeah.
Hello?
You got to I think your YouTube video is on.
Okay, hold on. Okay, exit out.
Okay, you were saying what?
So like there were some videos that I've been seeing where like you've been traveling around the world with your friends. So like it seemed like you were giving dating advice and trip advice at the same time. So
Yeah. I was traveling around.
Yeah.
I was traveling around for a little bit. That was a year ago. I did like 90 vlogs in a row. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Incredible.
So how can I help you, man? What's your question?
So I've been using Hinge and also Facebook dating app.
How's the Facebook dating app?
It's decent. I mean, it's almost like Tinder, but they give you some sort of questions and prompts that you answer. So it's almost like a mix between Tinder and Hinge at the same time.
Cool.
So it's very pick oriented and it's also very prompt oriented at the same time. So it's decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
That's something that I definitely recommend.
Okay.
And I've been using it for about almost a month.
Okay.
And I think my only problem is that now that we're all in quarantine,
Yeah.
there's a lot of competition going on. And that's something I've been sensing because I had a couple of women like ghost me. And like, even if like I knew there was like a really good connection and interaction with them. So that's something that I've just been picking up because like everyone's on dating apps, not just like New York City, but just like everywhere.
Sure.
The whole nation and like everywhere around the world. So it's kind of complicated where like you get to know someone, but at the same time, like they're just another person's like one swipe away, just like get to contact with them. And like you have to like compare which are the pros and cons between you and this other person. And that's how things can get super complicated with your dating life, especially online.
Well, let's try to stay positive.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
So my question to you is that how do you make like a dating profile app, or how do you communicate women through dating apps that you put yourself above the competition, especially during this time during quarantine? Because you can give advice for guys in dating apps outside of quarantine and CO-19 or whatever it is, the coronavirus outbreak. But now that we're in this like a very complicated time, a really difficult time that we're in right now, dating apps have been soaring, especially when it comes to the users throughout all dating apps. So this is like a different monster that we're all witnessing right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think the only thing you could do is make your profile the best that it can be. That's the only thing that you can do is make your pictures the best they can be, your bio the best it could be. I think pictures are significantly more important. And then when you're talking to them, don't ask the same if you think whatever your like default question is in your head or thing to say, whatever that is, don't use it. About 100 guys have already used it. So for example, right, what's like an easy, lazy message? It'd be something like, so how you holding up? How's the quarantine treating you? Right? Like every guy is saying that. Don't say that. Guys are, probably saying, what's your favorite Netflix show right now? What are you watching? What are you doing to keep busy?
Oh no, that's embarrassing.
Right. Like none of that. Like they're not bad questions, but they're inherently bad because everyone else is using it. So that's not making you stand out. So you have to be asking questions or talking about something that's completely out of the realm of
the quarantine.
That. I mean, here's one that's maybe like half and half. You'd have to test it out. I'm not doing online dating right now because I have a girlfriend, but I mean, it's the same principles anyways, is you want to be saying the things that are not obvious. But I would say maybe like you tell her this, like instead of asking a question, you'll make a statement. You'll say, Like, you know what I wish I was doing right now? I wish I was at a restaurant drinking a glass of white wine, having my favorite piece of sushi. What about you? See, that's like a little bit different. It's a little bit
Yeah.
different. You're setting the scene of what you would want to do right now, and then you have her do the same thing. I just came up with that right now, by the way. I'm just trying to think, I'm just trying, it's not genius. It's just I'm thinking of things that are just a little bit more interesting that we know that other guys are not using.
Which
Or at
is
least-
so easy to like think of. Like you can just think it up like in the bottom of your head.
Yeah, just think for a second. And also, I mean, commenting on something that is in their profile, that's usually pretty, guys do that quite a bit, but it's not the worst thing to do, especially now. I mean, if you can come up with something clever based on whatever you see in the profile. She's playing tennis. You're not going to say like, so you like tennis, huh? Like, yeah, clearly she likes tennis.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And just so pictures, optimize as much as you can. If you want more tips on that, I put out a video a couple weeks ago called How to Meet a Girl During Quarantine. And the whole hour is just no calls, me giving straight up advice on optimizing bio pictures and all that. So I'd watch that and take notes on that. Message as many women as you can. And that's all you can do. That's it. And just try not to, if you want to stick out, try not to send and talk about the same things that every other guy is talking about.
Yeah, even that can be like a mission, especially when you live in New York and not somewhere like in Utah or in the middle of Seattle. Like it's a lot of competition.
Yeah,
really.
no, I bet. But at the same time, it's always a lot of competition. It is what it is. And I think even though there's a lot of competition, I don't know, like I feel that still there's so many people on that you can get through. It's as if everyone's on, so you actually have more of a chance. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's just my kind of optimistic view on it, that there are so many people on there that something's got to hit. That something has to hit.
At some point.
You
Yeah,
know?
but I'll DM you my snap pics of my profile and the prompts that I put out. I just want you to like have some sort of opinion and like a gist of it, because I've been using this for about like a month and a half, and I feel that my profile is like really well put. And I just don't mean to brag, but even like that can be like really tough to stand out. Like according to like the men, that's also like in dating apps too.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a look for it. I'll take a look at your stuff, and when I have time, I'll respond to it. So yeah, just DM me Tripp Advice at on Instagram. Okay.
Sounds good, Tripp.
Cool. Thanks, Henry. All right. I'm sorry for everyone who's waiting in the waiting room. We are going to end the Zoom because our time is up. That was fun. Guys, if you need help during this quarantine, you need personalized advice, and you want me to coach you, you can go to coachedbytripp.com. I would go there and fill out an application so you and I can work together. I'm working with guys right now for online dating, and we have unlimited texting. So they're texting me the actual messages that they're sending women on the apps. They're also copy and pasting messages that they're sending to the girls, and I'm doing it back and forth. So if you need help with copying and pasting messages, like I will actually literally write the messages for you. So a lot of guys are using coaching for that, but also guys are using coaching for specific situations of girls that they're dating right now. And then some people are just signing up right now so they can get in on the spot to start working together once quarantine is over. And there's some spots available for that. And of course, if it extends, then we'll extend and start later. But yeah, go to coachedbytripp.com so we can help you and I can assist you in this process. Of course, you'll have to fill out the application, and then I'll be able to get on the phone with you. And if you fill out the application to its fullest degree and I see you're a good fit, we'll talk. Coachedbytripp.com. Link is in the description down below. We are at the hour. This has been awesome. Sorry about the technical difficulties at first. Now I know what to do. I'm learning a little bit more about what to do here in terms of getting guys on the Zoom calls. So we're going to do it again next week. Get ready. More Zoom calls. Zoom should, even though they don't need it, sponsor this podcast because I'm talking about it so much. Adam, I don't know when I'm going to do regular calls again. I'm really, really enjoying this I'm really enjoying this video call. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Wow. Time got away. Okay. It's more specifically about coaching. So stick with me here. I have 3 spots available for my group coaching program. It's much more affordable. Okay. It's my lower end program, but still has a lot of high value in it. Basically, there's 2 guys in it already. There's 3 spots available. All you need to do is go to coachedbytripp.com and still fill out the application. But in the application, just wherever, just type in that you're interested in the group coaching program. I have 3 spots available. This is not BS. It is 100% true. I am capping it at 5 guys, maybe even 4, but 5 at the very most, because I want to give you as much personalized attention as possible. But it's going to be more affordable for you. So go to coachedbytripp.com and type in group coaching program into the application. Basically, what I have going right now is I have a WhatsApp group on my phone with the guys who are in there right now. So we're texting basically all throughout the day. So I'm there for you and helping you with that. And also we're going to be starting weekly calls on a Zoom call. Us 5 or us 6 will be in there talking and helping you out. So, and you're going to get access to all my programs. Very, very, very helpful. And I just started this and I have not announced it anywhere. This is literally the first time I've announced it. I've talked to people on the phone about it, but this is the first time I've announced it anywhere. So you guys get first pick. There are 3 spots available. If you want in on this, again, very affordable. Come on in, group coaching, and we'll get help for you. Sound good? Coachedbytripp.com. Come join me. I hope to work with you. Peace, guys. You rock. Next week, same time, 7 p.m. Central. I'll be here. Hope you are too. Stay safe.